Hello. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the fascinating history behind the inventions that changed our world. Soldiers were dying because it took them 60 seconds to open a box. This isn't some war movie dramatization. This was the brutal reality facing American troops in World War II. And it all came down to tape. The wrong kind of tape. A soldier under enemy fire is desperately trying to access rifle grenades, but the ammunition box is sealed with flimsy paper tape and a wax coating. He pulls the tab and it breaks. He's fumbling, exposed, maybe trying to tear it open with his teeth or a knife, if he's lucky enough to have one. While precious seconds tick away, that delay could mean the difference between life and death. Back in Illinois, at the Green River Ordnance Plant, a factory worker named Vesta Stoudt was packaging these very ammunition boxes. In February 1943, Vesta was among the 6 million American women working in factories producing equipment for the Allies. But Vesta wasn't just any worker. She already had a full-time job at home as a mother of 8, 6 boys and 2 girls. Supporting the war effort was deeply personal to her. 2 of her sons were already serving. Clarence, 20, was on active duty with the Atlantic Fleet, and Lowell, 26, was a construction mechanic serving in the Pacific. At the plant, Vesta's job was to inspect and pack cartridges used to launch rifle grenades. The process was strict. Place 11 cartridges in each box, seal the box flaps with paper tape, and dip the entire package in wax to make it waterproof. One end of the tape was left loose to act as a pull tab. Every day, Vesta watched workers struggle with these inadequate tabs. As she quickly realized, the paper tape was not sturdy and often tore off without opening the box. Knowing that somewhere, soldiers just like her boys Clarence and Lowell could have their lives jeopardized due to this packaging flaw, she couldn't just stay silent. Vesta thought, why not use a waterproof tape made with a thin cotton cloth instead of flimsy paper? She didn't just suggest it. She reportedly experimented with different fabrics and tapes at home to find a prototype that worked. She brought her cloth tape solution to her supervisors and government inspectors at the plant. They liked the idea. They told her the solution was all right, but that's as far as it went. Bureaucracy stalled the idea, and they did absolutely nothing to change the tape. Frustrated but determined, Vesta decided to go over their heads. Way over. On February 10, 1943, she wrote the most important letter of her life, directly to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. She opened the letter with, "Dear friend, I hope you will take time to listen to a Navy mother's problem." She described the dangerous packaging at the Green River plant and even added a small sketch to illustrate the problem. She wrote, "Now, your son, my son, and our neighbor's son must pull this tape off some way. 9 chances out of 10, he hasn't got a knife." Appealing to FDR as a fellow parent, she continued, "I have 2 sons out there somewhere. You have sons in the service also. We can't let them down by giving them a box of cartridges that takes a minute or more to open. The enemy taking their lives that could have been saved had the box been taped with a strong cloth tape that can be opened in a split second." She closed her letter with a powerful demand. "Please, Mr. President, do something about this at once. Not tomorrow or soon, but now." She underlined that last word. Now. FDR was moved by her proposal. He immediately sent her letter to the War Production Board in Washington. 6 weeks passed, and then a letter arrived at Vesta's home. Her recommendation had been approved, with the board noting her idea was of exceptional merit. To get this into production, the government turned to Permacell, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson, which was already making medical and industrial adhesive tapes. They created what we now know as the original olive green tape. They called it duct tape. Why? Because it was made of a cotton duck fabric, sandwiched between a layer of adhesive and a coat of polyethylene. It was so effective at keeping things dry that water would bead off it like water off a duck's back. Incredibly strong, duct tape was quickly used for all sorts of military repairs. It was said to be able to hold together a speeding Jeep, which is why the military started calling it 100-mile-per-hour tape. After the war, duct tape evolved into duct tape as consumers and the housing industry started using it. Ironically, standard duct tape isn't actually considered safe for repairing HVAC ducts today because of high temperatures. But the tape's legacy only grew. In 1970, when an oxygen tank on Apollo 13 exploded, astronauts used duct tape to construct a carbon dioxide filter, saving the crew's lives. It came to the rescue again on Apollo 17 to repair the lunar landing module. Today, it's a required piece of equipment on manned NASA space missions. All because one determined mother of 8 refused to let bureaucracy stand between her sons and their survival. One simple innovation born from a mother's love has stuck around for over 80 years. Ideal Tape 469, a PE-coated cloth duct tape, carries that exact heritage forward. Proudly made in the USA, designed for HVAC, and ready for more. 9 mil thick with aggressive adhesion and a UL 723 rating for the pros. High conformability makes quick, reliable fixes on rigid surfaces simple. From the field to the job site, packaging, weatherproofing, binding, bundling, ingenuity that saved lives. Now the tape that helps you get it done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you.